it is emotional just to see where you grew up completely look like a bomb just went off.
Everything's down, power lines, everything. There's no water, it's devastating.
Destruction across the Deep South, weeks after a deadly tornado rolled through rural Mississippi. The Red Cross doing what it can to meet the physical and emotional needs of those affected. And joining us now with boots on the ground is Red Cross volunteer Katie Butler Tripathi. Good to see you, Katie.
Good to see you as well. Good morning.
You are a volunteer. You chose to go down and head towards Mississippi, knowing the damage that was ahead. Sort of paint the picture for us, because you had to do something by car.
Yes. So we did originally fly into Memphis and then check out the area in Tupelo, which is serving the Amory area, which they have the armory there. There's a big shelter there. And I continued on further south to check out Rolling Fork and both Silver City, which are both really two of the most impacted communities in the state. And I got to go out on the ground and meet some of the amazing people in this area. It's my first time in Mississippi, and even though most of the people here have completely had their lives overturned in just a matter of seconds, they are some of the most gracious and beautiful people you'll ever get a chance to meet.
And not just overturned. I mean, in some of the pictures you see, it's hard to even imagine what a town even looked like prior to the storm because of so much damage. Yeah,
definitely. I would definitely say that I was amazed that there was a town standing where I was standing, because all I saw were, branches or metal or, just insulation from housing. Even the cars that I would see, they're not drivable. So that was another factor in a lot of us getting out out into the communities, because we were realizing that people couldn't make it to us because, their cars were thrown across the street, or, they have insulation all over them, and it's just a health hazard. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot that we're trying to meet the community's needs where they are.
Sure.
And right now in this situation, their needs are, us on the ground and coming to them, not them coming to us.
Yeah,
so
and
we're making it happen.
Tell me about some of those needs specifically right now, because I think folks are wondering, one, just the landscape of your team and how many people you're working with, but also what you're able to provide for folks who've just lost everything.
Sure, of course. So initially we were providing, sheltering, and we still are. The shelters are in place for anybody who would like to utilize them. We do have a lot of people that do have relatives or family. It is the South, and everybody's really big on taking care of their communities, which is amazing. So most people have found family or friends to stay with, and they're comfortable there. But what we're helping them with is providing them with, any supplies, food, mental health care, health care. We have spiritual health care on the ground. Anything that anybody can need, we really are trying to provide for them. The community here is great. We've got so many different avenues for people to access different sources of like grants or income based, support. That's not necessarily through us, but we're working with connecting those people to the right people so that they can get what they need.
There will be people back here in Maryland who will want to make this connection, who feel like they want to give and don't really know how to. What would you suggest to them? I know some people want to send items, but I'm guessing that money is probably the best way towards the Red Cross to help others.
We have received lots of donations, and we're very, very, very blessed to have that. But at this time, we're looking, mostly the community does need financial contributions, and we would really appreciate any donations made. You can call, you can donate at 1-800-RED Cross, or you can, connect with your local chapter and they can assist you with how to do that. But that would be the biggest, blessing for most of these people in this community is some financial assistance.
All right, Katie, we are fortunate to have volunteers like you. Thank you for everything you're doing down there. Be safe while you're there.
Thank you so much.